Most agent demos still look like chat boxes, but real agent builders need to see behavior, where agents go, what they remember, how they react, who they talk to, and whether one model behaves differently from another. So I built AgentCon, like you can see on the screen, a 3D virtual AI conference simulator for testing multi-agent systems. Usually, if you build agents, this is a sandbox you can fork, swap in your own local models, create events, and watch your agents behave in a world instead of a text thread. Here is a full simulation environment as you can see on the screen. It has an entry point where my agent or my character is standing, a main stage with audience seating, three sponsored booths scattered across the venue, a networking lounge, a coffee bar, and a poster walk, all scattered in this 3D environment. The point is giving agents a world with places, reasons to move, and constraints. These are exactly five autonomous agents that you can see here. Sarah, Devrel agent, Miguel, founder agent, Priya is a researcher, Noah is a platform engineer, and Akira is an OSS maintainer. And each of the booths, like you can see, also have booth reps. I'll quickly talk about them as well when I explain them. Each one, like I said, has a role. When you click on them, you can actually see their personality, which model they're using, what their profile is like, and each agent also has a mini objective, right, which is a task that they're doing during the conference for measuring how they are behaving, right? And you can also see latest thought as to what they are thinking, what each agent is thinking. And this is fully running using local LLM, using my LM Studio inference. You can also swap it with your own, right? And then sponsor booths. If you click on the sponsor booth, there is a DevTools rep. Each sponsor booth has its own rep, like you can see, and they also have a personality. You can zoom in and see what each sponsor booth rep is doing. Here, Maya is AI inference or infra rep, right? And then let's look into one of the moving agents. Let's see Sarah, or let's see Miguel, founder agent. See a founder agent, his profile, what he is doing, what he has achieved so far, which booths they visited, right? And this is important for agent builders because observability matters. You don't want agents doing mysterious things. You want to see their state and why they are acting a certain way, right? And then of course there is settings. If you want to configure each agent and give them your own personality, you can also see where they're going. You can also change them and ask them to go to a certain stage and they will do it, right? And then you can configure these for each of these five agents. Then also you can configure the same for the booth reps as well, right? And then what else do we have as part of this, right? We talked about the sponsor booths, we have DevTools booth, we have AI infra booth, and we also have an open source models booth, right? And then we have a directors panel. This is the most interesting one that I added to this simulation. You can have free credits drop for everybody, right? Everybody gets free credits for attending the event, and this is like a conference director. It can trigger, schedule, or random events. Like for example, I just did free credits drop. You can also do Wi-Fi outage. You can also do product announcements. You can also do hackathon challenges. You can also do like an investor walkthrough, right? uh, these are some things that the director can do. And then also you can do a recap of what everybody has done so far, right? If I do a recap, you can see what happened, what is the meme moment that happened when agents interacted with each other, or what are some storylines. You also get a text that you can share. You can also see who's the networking MVP out of all of them, right? Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, you can also do random triggers. You don't have to specific trigger. You can also, let's say I walk up to one of the agents like I'm doing right now. Uh, for example, I'm the near Miguel, or let's go somewhere else. Let's go right. So yeah, I can actually talk to Akira, who's our OSS maintainer, right? I can chat with an agent directly as a human who's part of the same conference experience, right? So you can also minimize all of this. Also minimize, hide all this. And oh yes, this is the leaderboard. You can see who's on top of the leaderboard here, right? Okay, you can also minimize all of this. Hi, right? That's AgentCon, a 3D virtual space. If you're building agents, don't just test whether they answer correctly, test whether they behave correctly in context. Fork AgentCon, plug in your uh, local models or your own models and see how each of these behaves. Feel free to fork this. I have some issues open on the open source repository. If you want to contribute, you can contribute too. But that's AgentCon, a 3D virtual space where event attendees are agents. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another build.